people are confused, right? It's been like 3 months. Totu's been out and the mom's been on the news saying she was abused. How is konul still operating? Well, I don't think people realize we're literally dealing with like North Korea. The Simps are gonna hate that I said that, but it is the third most corrupt country in the entire world. And the reason you don't know that, and the reason I don't post about that, is because they are so corrupt. Everything you're getting is a very condensed, light story versus what's really going on and all the other information we have. I have to be so careful about what I post because of the censorship. They don't have free speech there. People are shocked that Totu's mom went on the news, proved abuse, and nothing has happened. Just read the sentence. They spent $3 billion to cover up human rights violations. One of the biggest money laundering, bribery, corruption scandals in the history of our world was Azerbaijan. This tiny country was funneling billions of dollars into offshore accounts to celebrities, politicians, journalists. CBS News was on the list. Music artists like Lindsay Lohan supports them. $3 billion tax dollars. But what's so terrifying about this is not only did they have influential, famous people say good things about Azerbaijan, but they targeted like the UN, huge NGOs, human rights organizations, like worldwide, like well-known organizations that are built to defend human rights. They were able to bribe them. They've literally off people for saying like one bad word about their government. This took me out. Gang stalking was invented in post-Soviet era Azerbaijan. That just blew me away. Let's not go there, but they have harassed my entire family. And people are like, why don't you just stop? I don't want all that to be for no reason. If I had stopped when Bashi came out, and I almost did, then people would be worshiping konul right now, and that's really terrifying. So I have to make all that pain worth it. Especially at this point when they've already involved my entire family, my kid, put my kid on the dark web. I've had to move, I've had to change numbers, I've had to make huge changes in my life. They went after my marriage. Like, what else can they do to me? People told me that what they saw was the absolute worst online hate campaign they have ever seen in the history of the internet. So what, I'm just gonna suffer through that and then be quiet? They still have people going around saying I'm doing this for money and I'm cashing in on Totu when I haven't been in the creator fund this whole time, haven't been monetized, and the people saying this are the ones supporting the woman who's like selling. When have you ever seen a situation handled like Totu was on TikTok? They had thousands of accounts banned for posting this girl's face. They had my 600,000 follower page banned, which wasn't even from Totu. They had the Save Totu hashtag banned. The change petition taken down with like 500,000 signatures. A change petition. We got Interpol involved. They supposedly video chatted konul and thought things were okay. We got the FBI human trafficking team involved. They've said the appropriate authorities are monitoring the situation. Yeah, well, let's just talk about how connected konul is with the authorities and why this is still happening. There's certain things that I just know I can't post. I can't go there. If you post it, you get banned. It'll get taken down. One of those was this article that was circulating about konul's husband. I'd love to share it, but I can't even find it. He arrested for embezzling from a bank he worked at into offshore accounts during the time of this huge worldwide money laundering scandal. I don't get bank teller vibes from him, so I'm pretty sure he was just put in that position to do that job, sending money to these politicians, celebrities all over the world. CBS News was on there to say good things about Azerbaijan. Like, does that not fucking blow your mind? Of course they're involved. A lot of people underestimate konul, thinking she's just like, you know, a regular person there. She's absolutely not. The amount of power someone like this has there is just absurd. She's the daughter of a deputy prime minister who was the head of the human trafficking unit. He was the head of a branch of military at one point. He's the judge of her district. Like, that's not a conflict of interest. The police is the most corrupt thing about that country. You have to bribe the police for everything. We don't even know the extent of her connections, but it's really deep. That's why she can continue operating like nothing's happened. That's why we haven't seen any justice. That's why this 2-year sentence was like thrown onto one of her employees and nothing happened. And so why hasn't Totu been shown in a month? Well, it doesn't really make sense to me that the government would like let her be posted still, since it always just like backfires on them. So it had me thinking, what would they do to clean up the situation? Probably get rid of her, probably say she's with the mom and they don't want people gossiping, and just slowly stop posting her. Musu promised to show proof of life on a live and failed to do so. Deep down, I feel like she could be just gone. I don't think it's a coincidence that there was such an organized, targeted hate campaign towards me and involved my entire family. Like, that has to have meaning, or I wouldn't even be a threat to them. There were even creators who came out and said that Konul had messaged them and asked them to work for her and speak against me and share her story, which we now know the hospital has even said that those documents were forged. This woman can literally openly get away with. She fucking posted German men driving her orphans. Like, it is a known fact that she took Shalom, passed away, and it is a known fact on the news there. She tried to Totu. Nothing. The only people on this entire app who are saying she's alive and well are the ones who used to defend Konul. Controlled opposition Rosemary used to pretend to be on my side. Rosemary came out the same day as Bashi in my DMs. I don't think that's a coincidence. If it looks like they're on our side, then you can slowly get people to come to the dark side. You know, it's a military tactic. It's called brainwashing tactics with Bashi, and it absolutely worked. Even though the proof is literally right there. I still get comments every day of people saying you have no evidence, when there's a 30-minute video of testimony from a girl. Totu's mom even says it now, and people are still saying I'm making it up. So I'm just explaining to the new people what you have missed. There needs to be a movie made about it. It is the most absurd fucking rabbit hole upon rabbit hole dark ever witnessed and been involved in my entire life. And I don't know how to stop it. So the only people confirming Totu's even alive are the people who used to defend Konul. And how are they confirming this? Because they have purchased videos from Musu of Totu. That is their proof that she's alive and well, which is the definition of T-word. So we're gonna trust the two people that used to defend Konul, that they've seen videos of Totu doing great with her mom, the mom who has 4 missing children. Guys, why is nobody even like mad that Musu is the guy who's in control of everything Totu? Musu grew up with Konul's husband. He even looks like him. He is covered in gay tattoos. And people thought he was a really bad guy because he posted a photo of Totu, her bed, when she was supposed to be in the hospital, right? Then a couple months later, he's the hero. He saved her. But little by little, it comes out he isn't even dating Totu's mom. He is now the primary caregiver. And if they're begging for money in people's DMs, why not show her on live? They don't have her. Kamala, who originally shared concern about Totu, is extremely powerful in the social work field in Azerbaijan. She's the head of the Union of Children. Like, that is a huge position, and she can't do a thing about Konul. She's been trying for years. Just like their huge money laundering corruption scandal where they had hired spokespersons in every country. It's kind of like right now. They've got Rosemary in the US, they've got Semi in Germany, they had Bashi in Turkish, German, and English. They have Miss Truth, which she's Russian. She speaks Russian. Russian and Azerbaijan are like besties. Sal was like in Spain, Sky was in Germany, and they all repeat the same things. And if any Americans are still believing the Semi rhetoric, I mean, you're kidding yourselves. You just have some issue with me, and thanks, Bashi, she started all that. You are unwilling to let it go. And it's called cognitive dissonance, and it's a disease.